All right, example 12. We are still doing sine rule. So we have got Hannah here, apparently. I'll just change that. Sorry, the printout occasionally drops characters, so I'll just fix that up and make it theta. And I'll draw theta so it can be read as theta. There we go. Hannah is standing 4.5 metres from the base of a 3 metre sloping wall. The angle of elevation to the top of the wall is 36 degrees. Find the angle at the top. So this time we're trying to find an angle. They've already drawn us a diagram. Hannah is standing 4 metres. So this is Hannah standing there. And you can tell it's Hannah because she's got red hair. The angle of elevation is 36 degrees. So they've put that in. Find the angle at the top. So once again, we know it's a sine rule because we've got two sides, two angles involved. So let's sort it out. So we know that A over sine A equals B over sine B. But remember, we're looking for an angle this time. So this is where we use the other version and we have sine A over A equals sine B over B. So this is the one that's not on your formula sheet, but you should use that if you're trying to find an angle. You can use the other one, but then you've just got to do an extra step or two, and we couldn't be bothered. So let's do that. So we also need to label this one. So we're going to go A, B, C. Oh, no, I'm not going to call that one C. I'm actually going to use A, B, C. It doesn't matter how I label it, but I wanted it so that I had nice little ones. There's a little B there, and there's a little A there, and makes it easier because I can keep sine A and B. All right, so then I've got, well, what is big A? It is 36 degrees. What is big B? Well, we don't know yet. It's theta. Little a is 3 meters, and little b is 4.5 meters. So we now substitute this into that formula. So sine of 36 over 3 equals sine of theta over 4.5. We want sine theta to be on its own, so we multiply both sides by 4.5 times sine 36 over 3 equals sine theta. And that's good. That's a really good start, except if we work that out on a calculator now, we would get sine theta equals. So we're getting that. I actually just want theta. So I need to get rid of the sine. How do we do that? Well, we've done it a few times now. We're going to use the inverse of sine. So that's that button. And then I'm just going to put all of this that I'm finding the inverse of sine of into the calculator. So 4.5 times sine 36 over 3 and close my bracket there. So I'm just putting all of that into the bracket and that will equal theta. So shift sign, then my brackets are open. I go 4.5 times sine 36, close bracket, over 3. Then I've got to go over to the right to make sure I close the whole bracket. So on your calculator, you'll actually have a bracket there as well. Okay, so when we do that, we hit equals, and it will give me 61. So theta equals 61.845432. Okay, but this is an angle, and it wants us to find it to the nearest minute. So we're going to chuck that. We're going to press the bubble button, and it's going to say 61 degrees, 50 minutes, 43.56 seconds, and we need the nearest minute, so it is 61 degrees, 51 minutes, because the 43 makes us round up. And that's the answer to that.